Hi, welcome. Alright, so risers, just before we get started, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this routine. So it can be quite shoulder heavy, so if at any point you need to take a little rest, just stretch out your shoulders, please do that. We've got a little pistol squat in there as well. I'll give you options if you're not quite confident with that. But yeah, just work to your own level. And I actually really like this one because of the little pistol squat rolling thing. So, and if you want to listen to some tunes, head over to www.rise.co.uk/online and there'll be a Spotify playlist link above the class. Alright, hey, welcome risers, how are you doing? It's Ashley here, hope you're well. So today I'm going to be teaching Power 6, so welcome. I was saying before, I really like the movements in this. They're quite sort of fun and varied and unusual. Quite shoulder heavy too as well in some places, so make sure you rest and pop your knees down if you need to. Alright, so let's get started in our wide-legged child's pose. So knees at mat width, toes touching at the back and reaching forwards with the arms, allowing the forehead to rest on the floor. Gently creeping fingers forwards, opening up the upper back there, feeling that stretch in that lower back as well. Once you feel like you can't lengthen anymore, then just let the elbows fall onto the floor here and relax. Now bringing focus to the breath now. So deep inhalation into the stomach, feeling the whole abdomen swell up, and then gentle, long exhalation out through the nose. So we're just going to do about 4 more of these breaths. No worries if you do more or less breaths. Just breathe at your own rate. Just trying to deepen and lengthen each breath that you take. And relax, release tension with each exhalation. 2 more breaths now. Okay, one more, deepest one for me. In. Exhale. Okay, from here. Head off the floor, bring shoulders towards, hands towards shoulders, and bring them underneath the shoulders, and then bring the knees underneath the hips. Okay, so we're going to start off with some scooping cat-cows to begin with. So as I inhale, I flex my spine, I lift the chest, I roll my shoulders back, and I really try and lengthen that neck there. As I exhale, I bring chin to chest and tuck glutes underneath the hips. Okay, just 3 more of these. Inhale, scoop. Maybe a soft bend in the arms, just to help along that rolling movement in the spine. And then exhale, tuck back, open up shoulder blades. Okay, 2 more now. Inhale, really lengthening, making each breath last, each movement. And exhale. Okay, 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. So really doming the upper back there. Okay, shift shoulders over hands. Tuck your toes underneath. Take 1 inhalation here. And then exhale. Lift those hips and those knees off the floor using the core here. Okay, so in your downward dog, make whatever adjustments you need. Maybe you need to walk your feet in just a tiny bit towards the hands to feel stable. Bend the knees if you need to, especially if it's morning, you might feel a little bit tighter than normal. And then if you want, you can start to pedal out the feet as well. Okay, so bending 1 knee after the other, twisting the body from side to side, doing whatever you need to just loosen off. Okay, 2 more breaths now for 2. Whew. Driving each heel downwards to the floor. And for 1. Right, heels down, hips up, really sending the abs to the ceiling here. pushing the floor away, getting that lovely straight V shape with the body. One inhalation, and then as we exhale, shift your weight forwards, roll slowly with control into that plank, so shoulders over hands, come onto the knees if you need. All right, from here, let's do some scapular push-ups. Right, so as I inhale, I'm gonna relax my shoulders and let the shoulder blades collapse together. As I exhale, I push the floor away and open up the shoulder blades, so the movement is in my scaps here. All right, so inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, exhale. Okay, try and create as much movement as possible. If that's not possible, then just hold your plank, or you can pop knees onto the floor. All right, 2 more here. For 2, you should feel those shoulders warming up nicely. And for 1. All right, 1 inhalation here, deep breath. And then exhale, shift weight forwards, slowly lower to chaturanga. Knees on floor if you need. Hold, hold, hold for 3. Deep breath. For 2, quick instant warm up here. And for 1. All right, are you ready to inhale and scoop up to your upward dog? Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes together, really lift the chin. As you exhale, shift your hips back, lift back into that downward facing dog. All right, so from here, I'm going to do some plank jacks for a really, really quick warm up. You can do this in your dog, okay, so inhaling and exhaling the feet in and out, or you can take a plank with me, so it's a little bit more challenging in plank. Pin your hips down if you're taking plank, and let's go, 10 of these for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come back into plank. Inhale here, vinyasa before round number 1. Exhale, slow chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, rolling shoulders back. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. And then as you exhale, step or pop to your forward fold. Allow the head to relax here. 1 breath here. Allow yourself to fold deeper into the fold. And then as you inhale, ground into feet. We sweep up the arms, come to standing position. Hands together, bring hands to heart. So round number 1, we're going to start with a standing tree or half lotus. So on one side, rounding into the right foot first. You've got loads of different options here. Ankle onto ankle, ankle onto inner calf, onto inner thigh. Just make sure that you're not putting the foot onto the knee joint there, just for your safety. And then if you can, take that full standing half lotus, so the foot comes into that hip crease, right? Arms up, extend, reach up. You can connect hands if you want. For 3, tuck your glutes underneath hips. That's it, really feel the hips opening up here, gently sending that bent knee backwards out to the side. 2 more breaths, keep extending the arms, but keep shoulders relaxed. And 1 more breath. And then release, hands to chest and cross legs, step it out, and we'll move on to the other side now. So take whichever variation you need to take again. One side might feel quite different to the other. That's completely normal. And then extend the arms here, hips forward, bent knee out to the side for 3. Little pinch of the shoulder blades. For 2, reaching taller and taller. All right, 1 more breath, feeling that lovely stretch in that quad there, the right quad. And then slowly release. Okay, uncross the legs. Step back into your plank, hands onto the floor, smoothly as possible. And then from here, we're going to do something called an air guitar. Okay, so strong plank, knees onto the floor if you need. And then we're going to sweep 1 arm forwards and then pop the hand back onto the floor. Okay, alternating, all right? So this is called air guitar, just circling the arms. For 3, keeping the hips as stable as possible. For 2, returning each hand to underneath the shoulder. And for 1, all right, hands gripping onto the floor and then shifting hips up into the air, taking your downward facing dog. Okay, so next we've got some knee drive circles in down dog. Inhale, lift up the right leg And then as we exhale, thread knee to chest and then towards the nose. And then from here, you're going to draw a circle with the knee just in front of your nose here. So a big range circle, really squeezing that knee towards you, keeping the hips at shoulder height for 3. For 2, really engage the core here. And for 1. All right, pop back into downward dog. Are you ready for the other side now? Knee drive circles, left leg lifts, inhale, exhale, forwards and down, circle that knee for 3. 1 breath per circle for 2. Ooh, keep squeezing that knee a little bit higher. And for 1, ooh, well done. Right, pop back into your downward dog. Inhale here, bend the knees, and then exhale, step or pop to your seated position. And for legs, recovery forward fold. Inhale, arms up, L sit first, lead with the chest. As we exhale, we fold. Okay, keeping the back nice and lengthened, and then if possible, put hands onto ankles, onto floor, or even wrapping around the soles of the feet. Just relax here, guys. This is your time to breathe and relax. 2 more breaths for 2. And last breath. And release. Cross legs, hands onto floor, step, or pop back to plank. Vinyasa transition. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, roll shoulders back, lift that chest. Exhale, fold, roll to down dog here. Inhale, bend knees, exhale, step or pop to the front. Inhale, rise. Are you ready for round number 2? Hands together, exhale, hands to heart, and then adjust yourself into your tree or standing half lotus. Whatever feels good today. So extend the arms, connect the hands if you can. Reach taller for 3 deep breaths, grounding into all 4 corners of that base foot equally. For 2, keep breathing, keeping shoulders relaxed. And 1 more breath before we go for a forward fold here, guys. All right, so if this is not possible for you, then use a brick to help you support yourself. So I'll show you what I mean. So as we exhale, we fold forwards, and if you can't reach the floor, you can take hold of your calf or shin, or you can even use a brick on the floor to help you make that connection to the floor there. For 3, try not to overdo it here. For 2, you can come into a tree pose instead if you want. And for 1. All right, are you ready? Slow roll up with control. Okay, take your foot from wherever it is, the left one, and then step back. Take your plank nice and smoothly, and let's vinyasa before we do the other side. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, pop or step forwards. Inhale, rise, hands together, hands down, straight into that standing half lotus on the other side, so this time on my left leg. For 3, keep opening the hips, keep squeezing the core, keep reaching up. For 2, you can do this. And 1 more breath before we fold forwards. And then exhale, fold. Nice and slowly with control for 3, using whatever aids you need to use. For 2. And 1 more breath. Right, slowly roll up now. Right foot leaves the leg, and when we step back into that plank. Okay, strong plank. Are you ready for air guitar? Sweeping arms for 3. For 2. Come on, keep it controlled, not too quickly. And for 1. Okay, flip over to wild thing, grounding into right hand, lifting left leg, and then flipping it over. So bring the hips up, left foot onto the floor, reaching and extending that left arm. Right shoulder directly above the right wrist there. Squeeze the glutes, come onto your right knee if that gets a bit too much for your wrist. For 3, lengthen the body. For 2, keep rotating the torso to face upwards as much as you can. And 1 more breath. And then slowly roll over back into your plank. You ready for the other side? Right leg lifts, smooth transition, flip over for 3. Keep reaching, keep lengthening. For 2. And last breath. And then flip over. Take your downward facing dog now. Are you ready for these knee drive circles? So make sure you stable in your down dog first. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, crunch. And then circle the knee for 3. For 2, squeeze. And for 1. Alright, step back to your down dog. Other leg, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, crunch. Let's squeeze and circle for 3. Keeping hips down for 2. Grounding into the hands and for 1. And pop back to down dog. Are you ready for your twisted dogs now next? So opposite hand, tap the opposite shin, ankle, or the toes, whatever is possible today. If that's not possible, then come on to the knees. Right, so let's go for 3. For 2. Keeping heels grounded. And for 1. Alright, taking down dog again. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, step up, pop forward, so fold legs. Arms reach up, exhale, fold. For 3, relax and breathe. For 2, rolling the shoulders back slightly so they don't round too much. And then 1 more breath. And then we're going to tip onto our tailbone to do some core work in our boat. So onto the tailbone here, arms extended, chest is lifted, lower back is not rounded. And then from here, we're going to lower it, raise and lower the legs. Now, if possible, extend the arms. Just adds a little bit of challenge in there. Awesome. For 3. For 2. A little bit higher if you can. And for 1. And release. Cross legs, hands onto the floor. Step back to plank. Vinyasa now. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step up to your forward fold. Inhale, rise straight into that lotus or tree. And we're on round number 3 now already. Inhale, rise for 3. Reach. Staying strong. For 2. Keep that beautiful spinal alignment. And really tucking those glutes under. 1 more breath before we fold forwards. Exhale, slow fold, slow roll down here. For 3. Try to relax the head. Try to relax as much as you can here. For 2, so that you don't fight against the position. And then 1 more breath before we slowly roll up with control. That's it, chin to chest with control. Right, unfold the legs, feet together or slightly apart. We're going to come into a toe stand now, so hands to heart. And then as you exhale, bring the knees forward and bring glutes to heels. 3 deep breaths here. For 3. For 2. Lifting, looking ahead, keeping the neck above the glutes here. If this is too much for you, then just come to a half squat. 1 more breath. And then release hands to floor. Step or pop back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, vinyasa. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, step or pop. Inhale, rise. And let's come straight into our standing tree or lotus. That's it. Inhale, rise for 3. For 2. Oh, try to enjoy that quad stretch there. Definitely tighter on one side for me. And for 1. Right, slow roll down. Staying strong on your base leg for 3. For 2. And then 1 more breath, keeping soft bend in that base knee. Slow roll up. Release feet, release legs, hands to heart, and slow lower. Try not to wobble as much as possible. For 3, squeezing core. For 2. You can do it, guys. Looking good. And 1 more breath. All right, hands down. Step back or pop back to your plank. Air guitar. Here we go. Sweeping. For 3. For 2. Long, lengthy arms. And for 1. All right, wild thing. Grounding into the right hand and then lifting the left leg. Go for that flip for 3. Keep rotating the torso. Keep lifting the chest for 2. Keep reaching towards the front of the mat with that left arm. And for 1. Okay, now we're going to flip into a lizard. All right, so hands come back onto the floor, and then this left leg stays in the air, and we plant the foot beside the left hand here. All right, and then we'll pop that back knee onto the floor. So we're going to open up the hips now. So as I inhale, I'm going to sink forwards and down into the hips. As I exhale, I'm going to push back and lengthen that bottom leg there. Inhale, exhale. 2 more of these for 2. And last breath now, and for 1. Awesome, step back into your plank now. You ready for your air guitars again? Let's go for 3, for 2. Strong core, guys, and for 1. All right, this time right leg lifts, flip to a wild thing, go. Stretch and reach for 3. For 2. Keep opening up, keep twisting, and for 1. Are you ready for that flip over to your rolling lizard? So right foot plants beside the right hand, drop that back knee. Ready? Let's roll. Inhale, forwards and down, sinking to hips. Exhale, extend for 3, for 2, and last one, feeling that hip flexor and the adductor there, opening up. All right, from here, step back into your downward facing dog. You ready for those ab circles, knee drive circles, yeah? Inhale, right leg lifts, exhale, knee to nose, and we circle for 3, for 2, and for 1. On to the other side now. Left leg lifts, exhale, we crunch for 3, for 2. Come on, more squeeze, bigger range in that circle, and for 1, stepping back to downward dog, twisted dog. So ankle taps, opposite hand, opposite ankle for 3, for 2. Keep it controlled, guys. And for 1. Okay, now we're going to go for some little hops to the front of the mat. So feet onto either side of the hands if possible. No worries if you need to keep them a little bit behind. So inhale forward, sinking down into the hips, heels to floor. Exhale back to down dog. All right, 5 of these, go. Inhale, exhale for 5, 4. Using the abs to bring those feet forwards. 3. You can just stay in your dog if you want. 2. 1 more. Making your landing as soft as possible. And then pop back into that down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step or pop to your seated position. Inhale, arms reach up now. And then exhale, fold, leading with chest. And relax, knee, nose to knee here. Lengthening the back. That's it, take a drink if you need to, guys. This is a good time to wipe off any sweat or hydrate yourself. 2 more breaths, 2. And 1 more breath before we tip onto tailbone, taking our boat. Okay, whatever variation you want to take, arms in front or extended, go lowers, inhale, exhale for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and for 1. All right, lower the legs to the floor, hands just beside the hips here. And then from here we can take either a reverse table with the knees bent, so squeezing the glutes and squeezing the core, or come into a reverse plank with the legs straight. It's completely up to you. Keep your shoulders rolled back. Keep lifting the chest, squeezing the glutes. 3. For 2, stay strong, guys, keeping that body poker straight. And 1 more breath. And then release glutes to floor. Cross your legs, hands on the floor, step or pop back. Right, that was round number 3 done there. Inhale here, vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, keep those elbows squeezed in towards you. Exhale, flow to down dog. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, step or pop forwards. Inhale, rise. Hands together and down. All right, round number 4. Come into your tree or standing half lotus. Reach for 3. and breathe. For 2. And then 1 more breath. Slow roll down, fold forwards for 3. Relax the head. For 2, keeping core lovely and tight. And then 1 more breath. Right, slow roll up. Hands to heart, feet together, sink down to toe stand for 3. Keeping that core tight. For 2, really lift the chest here, guys. Try not to tip forwards, keep the knees squeezed together. And 1 more breath. All right, from here, if you need to use your hands to help you, pop them onto the floor, then please do so. We're going to come into a pistol squat, so it's basically what we're doing now on one leg. Right, so have a little test, ground into the right foot there, and then extend that left leg. Have a little play around with your balance, and if possible, hold here for 3. If that's not possible, just pop your foot onto the floor or hands for 2. Woo, look ahead, and for 1, woo. And then hands onto the floor, and then pop back into plank. That is quite challenging, okay? So vinyasa, inhale here, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, exhale, float it down. Inhale, bend knees, look in between hands, step or pop to front of mat. Inhale, rise, sweep hands, and down. All right, into your tree or half lotus, into the left leg this time, all right? So reach for 3, find that balance. For 2, hips forward, try not to hinge too much. And then 1 more breath before we slowly fall forward, slow fold. For 3, allow the head to relax. For 2, and then 1 more breath. All right, slow roll up, hands together, feet together, toe stand. Slow lower with control for 3, knees squeeze together, pointing forwards. For 2, and then just 1 more breath before we come into our pistol squat again. All right, so you do whatever you need, pop your hands onto the floor, and then extend the right leg this time for 3. For 2, focus on the spot, and for 1. All right, hands onto the floor, step feet onto the floor, and then pop back into your plank. Air guitar now, you ready? Let's go, sweep the arms for 3. For 2, and for 1. All right, wild thing, left leg lifts, flip for 3. For 2, keep lifting, keep twisting, lengthening. And for 1, flipping to lizard now. So hands onto the floor, stepping left foot besides the left hand, knee onto the floor. Inhale forwards, exhale back for 3. For 2, and for 1, really pushing that knee outwards as we open up the hip. Now step back into your plank, bend the knees a little bit. Let's get ready for some mountain climbers. So you can do these slow. So opposite knee to opposite elbow, or you can do these straight, or you can do these quick, and you can either bring knee to opposite elbow or bring it to the same elbow, completely up to you. Keep the hips down. Here we go for 5, 4, deep breath, 3, 2, and for 1. All right, step back to your plank, guys. Take a rest if you need. Air guitar again, other side for 3. For 2, keep the hips from wobbling too much. And for 1, really extend the arms, keep shoulders relaxed. And then inhale, lift up right leg, flip over to wild thing for 3. Lift the chest, squeeze the glutes. For 2. And we've got 1 more breath here. All right, hands punching onto the floor, flip to your lizard, left knee down. Inhale forwards. Exhale back, inhale forwards, yeah, and back, really just enjoying that rolling movement of this rolling lizard, and then Inhale forwards again. You ready for another set of mountain climbers? Step back to plank, bend knees. Let's go. 5, 4, deep breath. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulders stable. Oh, and then push back into your down dog. Now time to take a little child's pose if you need. You're not joining those knee drive circles. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, forward. Circle for 3. For 2, really squeezing that knee. And for 1. Other side now. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, we crunch or we circle for 3. For 2. And for 1. Awesome. So back to downward dog, twisted dog. For 3. For 2, deep breaths now. And for 1. Okay, you ready for those little pops into our squat? Feet on either side of the hands. Go. Inhale, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Really ground into the hands as you go for that jump forward. And for 1. Alright, nice. Take your down dog again, and then we're going to come into something called a split dog. Now, if this is a little bit too challenging for you, then just stay in your down dog or forearm dog. Okay, so we're going to pop the right elbow onto the floor, and then line up the left hand with the right elbow here. Now, if this is enough of a hold for you, stay here. If you think you can go for the whole thing, then we're going to swap and pop the right hand onto the floor and the left elbow down. So we keep swapping elbow and hand on the floor here, yeah? No worries if you don't quite make it, just give it a go. If not, just hold your forearm dog. 2, that's it, and then for 1. All right, pop back into your downward dog once again. Inhale here, bend the knees, and then exhale. Step or pop to your seated position. All right, legs out in front. It's hot today, right? Yeah? Definitely got a bit of a dab on it. Inhale, you're doing well. Exhale, fold forwards. Looking great, guys, for 3. Luckily, it's lovely and white and sort of, it keeps the coolness in for a while in the studio. So, okay, 1 more breath. And then release onto your tailbone, taking both arms in front or up to you for 3. For 2, a little bit higher with those legs, and for 1. All right, reverse table or plank, hands besides the hips or behind, lift to bent knees or straight legs. Go for 3. Lift the chest, guys, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. 1 more breath. And then release. Are you ready for some Russian twists now? So come onto your tailbone, knees together. Feet can be on the floor or off the floor for a bit more challenge. Bring hands to prayer pose here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to twist from side to side. And as I inhale, I'm going to come back into center. 5 of these for 5. That's it. For 4. More twists, squeezing the obliques, keeping that chest up. For 2. Keep squeezing the abs, and for 1. Awesome. Roll back, cross the legs, and then pop back into your plank. Inhalation here, and then vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Woo! Really in it now. And then exhale, flow back to your down dog. All right. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step or pop forwards. Round number 5. Inhale, sweep up, hands together and down. Take your tree or half lotus. Round and reach for 3. Shoulders relax, remember. Don't let them hunch up. For 2. And for 1. Shall we fall forwards now? Slow roll for 3. For 2, this will be our last round, guys. I think we can make it all the way through. And 1 more breath before we slowly rise up, feet together, hands together. Come into your toe stand, smoothly as possible for 3, without making a sound. For 2, and 1 more breath before we get ready for our pistol squat. Right, so hands onto the floor. Remember, if you need balance, one leg extended, left leg, lift for 3. Focus on a spot for 2, 1. Okay, next movement, guys, is this. We're going to roll back and then roll back up for 3. Okay, give it a little go for 2. Okay, that's it. Inhale back, exhale forwards, and then coming back to the back. So do you want to give it a go? I'll give you a little bit of time to just get to grips with the movement, and I'll also put my headband back on. All right, so at the end, we come back into our pistol squat, and then feet back onto the floor, and then step back into our plank. Vinyasa before we go for the other side. It's a pretty fun movement, that. So inhale here, exhale chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, and exhale to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, pop or step forwards. Inhale, rise. Hands together and down. And then let's go for that standing tree or lotus. For 3. For 2. And 1 more breath. Okay, slow roll forwards and down for 3. For 2. And 1 more breath here. Slow roll up, hands together and feet together. Lower to toe stand for 3. Get ready for our pistol squat again. For 2. And then 1 more breath. Grounding, hands onto the floor if needed. Extend the right leg, hands to heart for 3. Deep breath. For 2. 4. And for 1, are you ready to roll back? Go! For 3. For 2. That's it. And for 1. Alright, feet onto the floor, step back into your plank. Air guitar, well done guys for giving that a go. It's a quite challenging movement, not something that you do every day. Okay, for 2. And for 1, air guitars. Alright, flip to a wild thing. Inhale, left leg lifts, exhale, flip for 3. Keep lifting. For 2. That's it. Like you really want to show the ceiling, your belly there, and 1 more breath. All right, hands onto the floor, flip to lizard, left foot beside left hand, roll. Inhale forwards, exhale, roll back for 3. For 2, try and get that lovely rolling movement in the spine, and for 1. All right, step back, mountain climbers. Are you ready? Go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straight back into air guitars, guys. Slow the breath for 3, for 2, and for 1. Wild thing, right leg lifts. We flip for 3. From belly to ceiling. For 2, and for 1. Flip to lizard, hands on the floor, right foot on the sides, right hand, knee down, roll forwards, inhale, exhale back for 3, for 2, woo, and for 1. Push back into your plank and then mountain climbers for 5, 4, come on, keep it up, 3, you can do it, 2, stabilize the hips, and for 1, keep the neck nice and straight as well. All right, guess what guys, we get to have a little flop on our bellies. Roll slow, lower, well done. Locust now, yeah, I know, right? Deep breaths. Okay, chance to recover now. Sweep back the arms and then lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together if possible. Squeeze the knees, bend the knees and lift for 3. Squeezing glutes, this is your flying locust. For 2, roll those shoulders back, keep reaching back, send them backwards, and 1 more breath. Oh, all right, release, hands to the floor, and then shift into your down dog. So lift the knees, lift the hips. Are you ready for those circle, knee drive circles now? Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, crunch and circle for 3, for 2, and for 1. Both feet on floor, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch for 3, for 2. More squeeze the knee, and for 1. Right, step back to your downward dog. Twisted down dog, but now let's go for 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, hands onto floor, and then let's go for those hops into our squat. Go for 5, for 4, nice and quietly. Can you do it silently if possible? 3, really squeezing those abs. 2, just stay in the down dog if you need, and for 1. All right, you ready for the split dog? So 1 elbow down, 1 hand down, moving your hand backwards a little bit. Now we swap. Let's go for 3, split dogs, for 2. That's it, recruiting the right muscles we need in our shoulders, and for 1. Woo. Come back into, come back into your split dog. So right elbow is down, and left hand is down. And then from here we're going to do some knee drive, so right leg lifts, and then as we exhale we crunch the elbow towards the knee towards the tricep for 3, for 2. Just stay in down dog if you want, and do knee drives from there, and for 1. All right, other side now. Are you ready? So left elbow down, right hand down, and then left leg lifts. Go for 3, for 2. Really test that shoulder strength here and stability, and for 1. Ooh, yeah. All right. Lift back up into your downward dog. Inhale here, bend the knees. Exhale, step up forwards, extend the legs. Inhale, arms up, nearly the end now guys. Exhale, fold forwards for 3. Nearly the end, we're so close. Well done for getting this far. 2. And for 1. Okay, tip onto your tailbone boat. Okay, arms up or in front of you, lower for 3. For 2, a little bit higher. And for 1, okay, reverse tabletop or plank, lift smoothly for 3, lift that chest, squeeze the glutes, for 2, and for 1, are you ready? Lower the glutes, come into your Russian twist, onto tailbone, knees together, hands to prayer, and twist. Inhale to the side, exhale to the center. For 3, keep the chest lifted, for 2, and for 1. Okay, we're going to end with some twisted bridges. All right, twisted tabletops. So hands onto the floor, like we were before for that reverse plank. We're going to keep our legs bent and then lift the hips into the air. Now you can stay and just hold this lift, or if you want to take a little bit of a leap work with me, then we're going to lift one hand on the floor and then tap the opposite hand with the hand. So we go for that twist, keeping the hips in the air. It's all about keeping that core engaged. 3 on each side for 3. Try not to let the hips sink, guys. For 2, woo! That's it, go for that reach. Feeling each side of the back open up as you do. And last one now. And then release, glutes to floor, cross legs, guys. Let's close with a finishing vinyasa. Step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly. Really slowing your breath down with closing the practice. Inhale, scoop to up dog, roll shoulders back. Keeping your movements beautiful. And then exhale, flow back to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step or float to the front. Inhale, rise, sweep up with the arms, hands together. And then exhale, bring hands to heart. All right, now you get a treat, Shavasana. So we'll sit down onto your mat and roll back, guys. Well done. Now
was power 6, guys. Now bring focus to the breath, slow down. You don't have to take a Shavasana, or you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you want at home there. Now allow the breath to just slow down. Feel your heart rate gradually decreasing. Let the palms open up. Let the fingers just slowly uncurl. Allow the facial muscles to relax. Deep breaths. Feeling the whole body surrender. Feeling tension melt away out through the fingertips and the toes. Okay, so if you're following me, then just take one more breath here, the deepest one. And exhale. Now gently wiggle the fingers and toes and roll over to one side. One breath here. And then in your own time, roll or push up to a seated position. Alright, closing off practice. Lifting chest, relaxing arms. Inhale, sweeping up with the arms, hands together. And then as we exhale, we bring hands to chest. Alright, namaste guys. Thank you very much for practicing with me. That was power